Hi, my name is Venkatesha Rao. What all we need to get job? Yeah, students, you can answer this question. What all we need to get job? Yeah, good. Technical skills. Yeah, problem solving skills. Yes, logical thinking. Yeah, good. Communication skills. Yeah, time management. Very nice. Okay, so you already know what all it takes to get job. And one of them, apart from your technical skills, technical knowledge, so you also need problem solving skills, you also need logical thinking, you need to manage your time well, and most important is your communication. Why I am saying it is most important? Okay, it enhances, okay, your ability to learn the subjects also fast. So let's discuss, okay, why communication is required, or why effective communication is required. You all know that, okay, one language which connects is English language. So companies are usually spread across geographies. So that is the reason why, okay, English language is one language which connects people. So that is the reason why companies also insist that, okay, you communicate in English effectively. Right? So what are the components in English language? Yes, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay. So reading, writing, all of you are, okay, practicing this right from your school education to plus 2 education to your degree. So just before exams you read and then you write. You read and then you write. So that means there has been enough practice reading and writing. Now coming to the listening part, okay, if you have done your full-time course, so you are also practicing listening. Faculty will come and speak before you in English language and you try and understand that. Okay, so listening is also there. And if you look at the speaking part, okay, not enough practice is there for speaking. And because there are 4 components, and if I give, say, a weightage of 25% to each one of them, so you're already there with reading and writing. That means you score 50%, 25 plus 25. You are already there with listening. What I am trying to tell you are, okay, trying to listen and understand. So that means you are already there in terms of listening. That means you are scoring another 25% there. So that means you are already there 75 out of 100. Yes or no? You are already there 75, okay, out of 100. And not that you can't speak, okay, you can manage, okay, little speaking. Out of 25, if you score another 10, 15, 10 marks are 15 marks, so that means 75 plus 10 will give you 85, or 75 plus 15 will give you around 90. So that means you are already there about 85 by 100 or 90 by 100 in terms of components of any language. So what is missing then? Only 10%, 15%. That means once you pick up that speaking part also, so you gain in terms of confidence. That means you are scoring 100 out of 100 in terms of components of a language in English: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And that gives you enough confidence, okay, to do well in your IT subjects also. I'm repeating, that gives you enough confidence to do well in your IT subjects also. So when you are already there 85 out of 100 or 90 out of 100, what is missing? You are missing by a margin, very little, maybe by a whisker. If you spend little time working on your speaking, that means you are already there. Okay, one important trait which is required to get job is communication. So all of you now realize that suddenly, okay, when you are aspiring to get job, okay, these thoughts will not come when you are in degree, okay, first year, second year, third year. Okay, so only when you try for jobs, then you suddenly realize that communication is also important to you. And you think that it is something, okay, little difficult to achieve. No, it is not at all difficult. because you are already scoring about 85 out of 100 or 90 out of 100. Only one element which is missing, okay, little, okay, that is only the speaking part. And it is not that you can't speak, okay, there are certain things, okay, maybe one is inhibition, maybe you are little shy to speak in front of others, maybe you don't have enough practice, so that is the reason why you lack in terms of confidence. Okay, so what is that we can do to work on, okay, so getting that speaking component also right? So all it takes is little practice. All it takes is little practice, little deliberate practice. So what is deliberate practice then? Deliberate practice is, I want to improve something with an intention to improve, I practice, then it becomes deliberate practice. So now that I realize that I have to work on my communication and try to be effective, then I need to work on my speaking component. And that too with little consciousness that I want to improve. So that is the reason why I want to do deliberate practice. There is a lot of difference between practice and deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is something with an intention to improve, is deliberate practice. I am working towards a goal. What is that goal? Maybe in a month's time I want to improve my speaking. All it takes is a month's time of practice. If you consciously practice on a day-to-day basis, maybe about an hour, okay, or half an hour, 45 minutes, but do it regularly, definitely you will, okay, show some improvement in a week's time, 15 days time, and you can monitor your own progress. Okay, so one practical way of, okay, improving your communication. So what all things which affect our communication? One, okay, big element is the environment. So if I am in a place where English language is spoken, I pick up my language fast. Okay. So some of you have aspirations to go abroad, and just visualize that one of your relative went abroad, or one of your seniors went abroad, or somebody in the family went abroad and they stayed in US, Australia, New Zealand, UK, or any of the English speaking countries. And when they come back, you see some noticeable difference the way they communicate. So what is influencing their communication? It is the environment which is influencing the communication. If I am in the midst of English speaking people, I pick up my communication fast. If you are there in an environment where that language is spoken, so you pick up the language fast. Okay, you are posting in Pune or Chennai, so that means when you are in Pune, you try to pick up some Marathi words, because that is the language spoken there. And when you are in Chennai, you hear a lot of Tamil, and probably you might pick some words and phrases in about 3 months, 6 months time. Okay, so similarly, you can also pick up your English language, okay, when you are listening to that English language. All it takes is one friend, okay, who is willing to, okay, listen to you when you communicate in English. And you can ask the friend also to respond in English. And if you are two friends preparing jointly for this, okay, preparation to get a job, so it will benefit both of you. What is that you have to do? Okay, so make a conscious decision between, okay, 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends. Let's start communicating in English language. Initially, there could be some problems. Okay, you wanted to say something and probably you might have ended up saying something. Initially, there could be some gender mistake. Instead of he, you might have told she. Instead of she, you might have told, okay, him, her, is, was. All these things will happen, and please, okay, be aware that you have little knowledge, okay, about grammar. So not too much grammar, little grammar is enough, okay, to communicate in English language. So mind autocorrects. Okay, so first time you might have referred to he or, okay, she in a wrong way, and then autocorrection happened in the mind. Next time you are little careful. So autocorrection also happens in the mind because you are aware, okay, about the gender. So only thing is, have the deliberate practice, make a conscious decision between, okay, you and your friend, or you and couple of your friends, and start communicating in English language. Little mistakes happen. When you are learning something, mistakes are bound to happen. when you are learning something, mistakes are bound to happen. So quickly learn from them. And you are communicating in English not to impress anybody. Okay, you are trying to communicate in English only to improve yourself, only to make your getting the job prospect a little better now. Now that you realize, apart from technical knowledge, apart from logical thinking, apart from problem solving, I also need communication. So we need to work, how to improve our communication. So consciously, if you decide and start doing this deliberate practice, you will definitely improve your communication. All it takes is having one friend who is willing to communicate in English language. On a regular basis, when you talk to your friend, maybe during tea breaks, during lunch breaks, in the evening when you go out for tea, coffee, snacks, so then try to communicate in English. If you are there in the hostel, try to communicate and have one friend who is willing to speak to you in English language in the hostel. If you are in an office environment or a learning environment, have at least one friend who is trying to communicate to you in English language. You communicate and he also or she also communicates to you in English language. Thereby, you are creating a win-win situation for both of you. Your friend will win or you will also win. Creating that win-win situation.